Bucaramanga has more than 500,000 inhabitants. It is known as the city of parks and the pretty city. It is also known for being the fourth safest city in Colombia, according to the Ministry of Defense. The government of Bucaramanga is always making safety better by installing cameras across the city and building new police stations. More than 50% of criminal cases in Bucaramanga are involved with robbery and pickpocketing. Even though it is considered as a safe city, we are giving you some recommendations so that you don't have to go through bad situations. Bucaramanga has police stations on almost every corner and police patrolling the city on motorcycles and cars. On the map shown, you can see the main police stations in the city for help in case of an emergency. These police stations are also known as CAIs, and in case of emergency, go to the one nearest you and they will help you with anything you need. These police stations are available 24/7. If you are involved in an emergency, you have to call your regional coordinator as soon as possible. They are also available 24/7. There are certain zones in Bucaramanga that are more dangerous than others. The red zones are those where there has been the most robbery reported, so avoid walking or going through these zones late at night. Cabecera is considered as a red zone because thieves tend to operate there at night, so try to avoid this area in the evening. In the daytime, there tends to be less reported crime around Cabecera, as there is a lot of public and private security, and streets are crowded with students and people working. Going to the centre can be dangerous too. Streets are super crowded, and thieves take advantage of this to pickpocket. If you want to go to the centre of your city, call your coordinator and they will take you and help you with what you need. Under any circumstances, do not go to the northern part of the city. It is very dangerous. In the northern part of the city, there are often reported things like thieves, fights, and dead people, so you want to stay away from the places located in the north. The most dangerous places in Bucaramanga, according to the Metropolitan Police, are Barrio Maria Paz, Barrio San Cristobal, and Barrio La Transición. So stay away from these places. If someone tells you to go to the northern part of the city, avoid the question and call your regional coordinator. Not all parts of the cities are dangerous. The best parts to hang out are Cabecera, Canaveral, Terrazas, Sotomayor, and Real de Minas. In these zones, you are going to find a police CAI in almost every corner and feel safe. These zones are considered as safe since they have restaurants, shopping malls, banks, buildings, schools, and universities, so there is a lot of private and public security. Even though these zones are considered as safe, do not under any circumstances walk alone late at night. You never know what could happen. There have been reported several stealing, fights, and robbery cases after 8 p.m. in these zones. Bucaramanga is known as the city of the parks. In the daytime, most of them are safe, but in others you can see people consuming drugs, and there can be lots of garbage. The best two parks we recommend to go to are Parque Las Palmas and Parque San Pio. In both of them, you are going to find a lot of police and security taking care of people. People hanging out and doing sporting activities, and people selling things to eat like oblias and raspados. I am going to give you some safety tips before you arrive so you don't have to go through bad situations. Let's start with things not to do in the streets. Firstly, don't walk late at night alone or with friends. Thieves take advantage of darkness to steal. It's better if you take a pre-booked cab and avoid walking in the streets at night. Second, if you are walking on the street and homeless people approach you to demand food, money, or any other things, just ignore them. Third, don't wear excess jewelry on the street that can catch the attention of thieves. Fourth, if you attend an event in the street, like a public concert or festival, and it's crowded, take care of your personal belongings, keep them always where you can see them, and do not bring valuable things. People take advantage of these events to pickpocket. Fifth, take out only the money that you need for the day. Make sure you put it in a safe place and always leave your passport at home, secured in a safe place. Sixth, in general, do not show off what you have. Computer, money, cell phone. Be discreet with your personal belongings. In parties, firstly, do not accept drinks from anyone and don't leave your drink without supervision. Second, people in Colombia dance relatively close. However, I would recommend you don't dance with strangers, dance only with friends and people you know. Third, it is better if you go to the toilet with a friend. Fourth, do not leave the party alone and ask company to catch a taxi. It is better to show you have company and someone that is waiting for you to arrive safe at home. Regarding transportation, Bucaramanga's taxi service is considered as safe, but it is better to call a taxi from a taxi company or buy the Tapsi app than taking it in the street. If you go on public transportation system and it is crowded, keep your belongings in front of you. Take care of them, as thieves take advantage of these situations to pickpocket. In your house, always put your personal belongings like jewelry, technology, and important documents like passport with lock. It is better to prevent than having your things stolen. Never give your address to strangers, and if you receive calls from strangers asking you to give information or to do things, do not give any information or do anything. Just hang up the call. If something happens to you, what should you do? First, keep calm and call your coordinator. There are several police stations along the city. Find the nearest one. Do not try to fight or argue with the thief. That will only worsen the situation. You don't know what their limits are. And finally, if you get lost, call your coordinator immediately. He is always available and will pick you up or tell you where to go. Thank you for taking the time to watch this webinar. We look forward to seeing you soon.